particular attention to certain areas of their defense.
Yeah, taking care of the defensive boards, allowing no easy baskets on the fast break. These are key elements in terms of you having success.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The forward spots will be Barrett and Randall. Jalen Brunson out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Robinson in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Dennis Smith Jr. being decisive in the pick and roll doesn't just help him, it helps his teammates out.
And here are the Knicks now, following the bucket by the Hornets. Randall finds Brunson. And Brent, nowadays there are so many options for the great high school basketball player in this country and overseas. Do you see the G League Ignite and similar ways as a positive overall?
Well, I think right now you'd have to say that the G League Ignite has been a successful experiment, and that run is going to continue. You get guys like Jalen Green, who was drafted by the Houston Rockets and came in, had a sensational rookie season. That pathway has led him there, so I think they're doing a good job. The interesting thing, Kevin, to talk about is what colleges have done in response to that and what's going on in the NIL space. How does that change the dynamic in the future?
Barrett, no good. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Randall with the block.
No, sir. Randall up there says,
And it's Barrett penetrating. And Randall throws it down.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Now here's Bouknight. With some arc, he lays it in.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Brunson against Smith. Here's Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And that's a strength of Mitchell Robinson's game, a force in the paint.
For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Smith dishes to Hayward. Right wing. Now here's Bouknight. Guarded close. Smith outside. 6 to shoot. Over Randall. And it's Smith missing.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And that one drops.
Well, there, a nice touch down there as the lefty was able to negotiate the little room that he had.
76.
Now here's Bouknight. He's guarded by Fournier, and the call will be against Fournier. That is his first foul of the game for the Knicks. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Robinson. Toppin comes in for Julius Randle. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Evan Fournier. The Hornets also with a sub. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Bouknight. Now here's Brunson. After Gordon Hayward's miss, stolen by Washington. Hayward goes in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And how assertive is Hayward. Terrific job just knifing inside and attacking through the contact on his way up.
Greg, last offseason, the Hornets decided to part ways with their coach of the past 4 years.
Always a tough decision, and this is a critical time for Charlotte. They've got a tremendous young core. They think their time is now, and they want to make a bold move with the new hire.
Here's Toppin. Off target with his 3.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Hayward passes to Smith. Charlotte moving it around. Here's Plumlee. The shot, no good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Barrett kicks to Toppin. Here's Brunson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Brunson's got 25 points.
Pretty fundamental play there from Obi Toppin, getting it to the wide open shooter.
Passes it to Plumlee. Big We know a lot of teams using former NBA officials now working as consultants to teach their players how the refs see the game. I guess always looking for that edge.
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's a great idea because philosophically sometimes as the rules evolve, players got to learn how to evolve with them. So not getting the calls you might expect, also how you communicate with officials. I think all of that stuff plays a big role in just furthering that dynamic between the officials and the players.
Love it when Obi gets a few steps. He can really get up there.
Smith surveying the D. Pass to McGowan. Hayward is screen on Rose. Down low. Hayward can't hit.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Brunson the pass to Hartenstein. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Now here is Smith. Pass to McGowan's. And the foul on Derrick Rose. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Nick Richards. He's checked in for Gordon Hayward.
Nick Richards.
Plumlee in the post. Lays it up and banks it in.
For his career, more than 3/4 of Plumlee's basket have come within 3 feet of the rim, so you know he's going to take it inside.
And it's Barrett penetrating. And good that time. Barrett's got 4 this quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Richards passes to Smith. And the play-in tournament, Greg, is here to stay, but the terminology is somewhat in limbo. Is that going to be part of the playoffs?
You hear people say it's not the playoffs, it's the play-in. Maybe the term postseason should cover both the play-in and the playoff. Something to think about.
Inside. And that one's good. Richards.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Brunson the pass to Hartenstein. Here's Barrett. Goes back up. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. It's stolen by Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Sometimes with that ball, RJ can put it in some spots where the defender gets on his heels.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. And he banks in the layup.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Brunson kicks to Toppin. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. And it's 8 points for Obi Toppin.
And I like Obi just stepping up and not hesitating.
Tries the spin move. And there's the pass to Plumlee. And a lot of contact on that one. So he'll shoot 2 here. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
I like this throwback approach they've taken, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
Well, looking at the stat sheet, I could just see here tonight sharing the basketball. The stat that comes up most is assists. So sometimes you have to look for your teammate. That makes things happen. They've done it.
Manuel quickly, he's checked in for the Knicks. The Hornets also with the sub. Paladon's checked in. And Smith gets double teamed. Plumlee, the pass to Thor. Back to Plumlee. The 3. The shot by Maladon, no good. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Brunson kicks to Toppin. And again, New York with the triple.
And Toppin not thinking twice on that jumper.
Charlotte has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
122.
Here's Maladon. And the Hornets miss again.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
And it seems the play-in tournament is here to stay, Brent. Has it worked out as well as you expected?
I think it's been great, Kevin. One of the things that could be adjusted, though, is maybe if you're the 8th seed and you have a 10-game lead on the 10th seed, there should be no reason why they should be competing in the postseason tournament. So maybe they do something with regards to the records as to whether or not a team qualifies. But the way it stands now, it's created the kind of drama and competition that the league has craved.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Knicks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Jalen Brunson.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating. You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Rose, that's good.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Maladon. It's rebounded by New York. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Reddish. The rebound by Richards.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Now here's Maladon. Pass to Washington. Nice D from Rose. Now here's Reddish. He's guarded closely. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Smith the pass to Maladon. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. RJ, when you look at this game, the offense was clicking. What was happening out there?
Just really getting the win. And when everybody contributes and everybody's, in double figures, everybody's playing well together, that's what it's all about.
And you were a big part of that as well, man. Congrats again. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. As New Balance presents our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.